We've just arrived in Copenhagen for the climate conference for mayors. The concept is when you actually have to get things done in sustainability, things have to happen in places, and mayors run places. And no one knows more about places than the MIT SENSable Cities Lab. Here's Assaf, Bidderman, and Carlo, Rati. Hi, guys.
Hello. Hey, Peter.
So you guys are introducing something really interesting here that is a combination of a cool piece of technology and something that could change how cities are working. Tell me about what's going on tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow we're going to show, for the first time, a hybrid electric bike, which is actually a little wheel, a smart wheel that you can plug into any bicycle. It does sensing, captures your energy when you brake, gives you a push when you need it. It's a way of making your bike smart with a little technological change.
And I understand like this has been part of, you have at Copenhagen and Italy and a bunch of cities involved in the creation of this idea.
Well, yeah, it is really part of a broader trend, and the trend is how really electronics today, and you know, all of this smart dust that's distributed and networked and increasingly dispersed into the urban environment, how all of this is actually changing our everyday objects. So how they're becoming different, smarter, responsive, thanks to the new technology. That's just part of the broader trend, and that's at the intersection between the people, the city, and the technology.
We should point out that the tech tests are going on here for the conference. And Carlo, this is a very interesting point you're making, because this bike wheel at once has physical locomotion properties, but real information properties, right? It's part of a social network, it senses pollution, it talks to an iPhone. Talk to me a bit about the application that this thing creates.
Yeah, so what it does actually, the bike has a number of sensors, so when you ride it, it gets information about the air quality. So when you put all these bikes into the city, you go like a distributed sensing network into the city. And the other thing it has is that, you know, because it's actuated by torque, then when you ride it, it measures your torque and it can historically look at it, and on one day can tell you, hey Peter, what's up today? I mean, your torque is not what it used to be. You know, maybe you need to have a checkup or something. And then the third thing is actually it gets your location and measures your miles, the miles you do. And here is where we're discussing with the city of Copenhagen how we can do a scheme that's a little bit like a frequent flyer, but it's not a frequent flyer. It's like you collect green miles, and by doing that, you know, it becomes a way to incentivize using bicycles. And it's very easy because, you know, if you cycle more, you've got more healthy citizens, and then you also have better air quality and less CO2 emissions, so that should be factored in. In a certain sense, if you factor in with the system of rewards, then you got a win-win situation for the city and for the citizens.
Okay, so I come from San Francisco. I don't bike as much because we have hills. Will this mean that as I brake going downhill, it'll build up energy so I can go uphill easier?
Yeah, I mean, altogether, if you think of some of the American cities, either the one with a special topography like Seattle or in San Francisco, or the ones that are particularly large like LA or Houston, this bike is going to help overcome those limitations. Your range increases. Even an uphill ride feels easy because the bike gives you a push. The energy comes back to you when you go down because you can capture it when braking. So it really will enable many more cities to become bike friendly.
We're now going to go off and kind of get ready for this product introduction tomorrow. Carlo and I just got off of airplanes and think it's time to go to the hotel and change. But Assaf says, no, there's too much planning to do. So we're going to go off and figure out how to coordinate some mayors, some ministers, and a talk tomorrow.
Yeah, and a coffee.
And a coffee. We'll see you later.